Just wanted to quickly respond to this as I saw a couple of people commenting this when I was talking about my experience using naltrexone, which is a medication that helped me to cut down on my drinking and eventually go alcohol-free after a year on the treatment. I find that sometimes people have the belief that just because I was using a medication that I wasn't actually addressing the reason why I was drinking. But I actually really attribute the medication to helping me get to the root reason of why I was drinking, because what naltrexone did for me following the Sinclair method is that over time it gave me control back over alcohol. I was drinking moderately, I wasn't drinking to excess, and I was also not craving alcohol as much anymore. And by the end of the treatment, I didn't crave alcohol at all, meaning I didn't have this mental preoccupation or obsession to drink. And so because I didn't have any cravings for alcohol anymore, and because I had this control back over my alcohol when I drank, it allowed me to have this mental space and emotional space to actually do the healing and understand why I was binge drinking for 10 years. I tried to quit drinking a bunch of times before I went on this treatment, and it was so difficult for me to do, and I would always end up returning to drinking again simply because I wanted to drink. I had this overwhelming urge and craving and desire to drink that eventually I would just give into it, whether it was after a couple of days, weeks, or a couple of months. And so I felt like it was really hard for me to do the inner work during those times of trying to quit drinking, because I was just fighting a craving or fighting a desire to drink every single day. But with the Sinclair method and naltrexone, it started to eliminate the craving and the desire for alcohol, and I really feel like that gave me the mental and emotional space to start going to therapy, to start doing the inner inquiry, to find new coping tools, create new hobbies, and really rebuild my life from a place that didn't revolve around alcohol anymore. So I really attribute my success with overcoming alcohol addiction largely to the medication. Certainly it was not all of it. I tell people it was half of it. And the other half of it was how I met the medication halfway with finding new coping tools, doing the inner work, and really healing from all of the reasons why I was drinking. But it was the medication that ultimately I feel like healed my brain and reversed the alcohol addiction in my brain and caused me to just lose interest in alcohol and no longer crave alcohol. And it's really easy to not do something when you don't crave it or you don't desire it anymore. And that's really what the medication did for me. So I hope that clarifies and answers your question a bit. Thank you so much. You can always learn more about the treatment with my other videos or the link in my profile.